They'll try the run. Breaks the tackle. And he'll step across the sidelines after making... Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball cradling that fumble and securing it. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And the Longhorns looking to convert on 4th down. Quarterback will keep it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the 1st down, no matter what. If I got to run somebody over,
and he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Texas.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the returner will be brought down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Gets open down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for the loss.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They've got the screen set up. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. The punt goes out of bounds at a nice... Backed up, I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The Longhorns get enough to move the chains.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Lost one deep down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Longhorns are flying down the field. They're going to run it. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Butler. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They'll take a pass on the 46-yard field goal, try and go for it on 4th down. The pull and throw off the RPO. How about that defense rising up and set on 1st down. They'll try it over the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Scanning the field, it's Maddox. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. The Rebels decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block, working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field, looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. He's going for it all. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
14, Ole Miss, 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Maddox. He's got it down the middle. Shakes off the tackler. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
Takes the easy completion, and he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Rebels line up to punt it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Reels it in down the left side. Open runway ahead. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas! They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas, 21, Ole Miss, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
A little release to the back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Off play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Off the play fake on first down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going to snap. Nice job.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Texas offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Across the 45. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field? But the gamble paid off.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they took the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
After misfiring, it's second down. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? Touchdown, Rebels! And the defense doing work. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
They'll scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Cincinnati overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Bearcats tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. To the air, it's Manning. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end, nor for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
What the? Ball is picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points. For the end of the half.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Time for one or two more plays. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. He got it. That late in the half field goal need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Here, time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Oxford today. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's head back to the Grove at our Fellas at Vaught-Hemingway Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Got enough for the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football, and
here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up in the 28.
And a great job by the defense, dropping zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4th. Feeling some heat. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense. You take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, it's Maddox. Trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were hoping.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They get to him as he throws. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense.
No.
Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Ole Miss. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about the guy who caught that and returned it for the touchdown. But how about the pressure on the quarterback? You've got to get ways to be physical with him and make him uncomfortable. Nice job hitting him as he's throwing with the football. And then, obviously, the interception in 6 minutes.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fair catch, called for and made. And here come the Horns. They got it again on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's the unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks. But guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Manning. It's complete to the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Just a short pass to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Gonna take a shot. He's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
We just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the quarterback was in the pocket surveying the field. Looked like he was trying to take a shot down the sideline, but just bad accuracy on the throw. It sails way out of bounds for the incompletion.
Using the quick game. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. He'll keep it himself. Bowls his way forward. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll go to the ground. dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. The Rebels in the hurry-up. They go right back to it. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to power their way ahead. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Maddox. And that pass picked off.
Thank you.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Got a 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver shows motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Ben. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass, now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Pulls it in. It's Alexander. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock, but...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. He is the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks. I'm just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. To the air, it's Maddox. He's got him this time.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play call...
Sends it downfield.
Bro, what the fuck?
Makes the catch on the left. Nothing but green ahead. And he takes it all the they couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Rebels!
Nice job on the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to SMU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles.
Looking for the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. On the run, it's Gibson. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Quarterback a little audible. At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Knocked off his feet. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! On to attempt the drop. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
49, Ole Miss 31.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure we're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but we're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
The attempt through the air is incomplete. Brings up secondary.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but you drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to get it through the air. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Wants to throw on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense. And that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look.
Nah, bro, it's a bot.
Long in field goal range, they go zone
AI.
coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
That's reeled in. It's Coleman. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
At the 13-yard line, it's a turnover on downs.
One more play to pad the stats. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Clock is all zeros, and time has expired here. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another